Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we have a book to read for you. Today, book of the Berenstain Bear, Valentine Love Bug from 2014. So let's get started. It was the middle of winter, and all bear country lay snoozing under a deep snowy blanket. Birds, shivered Papa Bear, coming in from shoveling snow. It's colder than a penguin icebox out there. Come and warm up by the fire, dear, said Mama Bear, pouring him a cup of cocoa. Then she settled down to read her mail. The cubs were warm and cozy by the fire, too. Brother was shortening his back with baseball cards and dreaming of spring. Honey was seeing how high she could stack her blocks. Sister was making Valentines for the upcoming school Valentine's Day party. It was still 2 weeks away, but it couldn't come soon enough for Sister. It may be cold outside, she sighed, but Valentine's Day makes me feel all warm and cozy inside. Yuck, said Brother. What a little love bug. A love bug, said Sister. That's a great idea. I'm going to sign all my Valentines from the love bug. She began to sign her Valentines that way and added a cute little picture of a heart-shaped ladybug to each one. Mush, muttered Brother. Actually, he rather enjoyed getting Valentine from some of the girl cubs in his class, but he wasn't going to admit it, especially to Sister. And speaking of love, said Mama, here's a letter from cousin Kara. It says she's getting married on Valentine's Day. Married, said Sister? On Valentine's Day? Are we going to the wedding? We certainly are, said Mama. We are all invited. In fact, she asked you to be her flower girl. Me, a flower girl, said Sister? I had always wanted to be a flower girl. She felt she had hit the love bug jackpot. Things began to happen in the Bear family tree house over the next 2 weeks. Wedding things packing began to arrive. We are inspecting anything from the bridal shop, asked Papa, answering the door. Sister and Mama both came running. Yes, we are, they called. It was Sister dressed for the wedding. Oh, isn't it beautiful, she said. You're going to be the loveliest flower girl ever, said Papa. For a little love bug, a Valentine's Day wedding was even better than a school Valentine's Day party. For days, Sister studied wedding books and magazines. She brought one to the dinner table one evening. The flower girl is one of the most charming traditions of a former wedding, she read, taking her place in the procession. How cute, said Papa. You are even studying how to be a flower girl. But Mama was thoughtful. It was fine for Sister to take interest in being a flower girl, but weddings are pretty grown up things. Maybe Sister should be paying more attention to Cubs things, like the school Valentine's Day party. Besides reading about weddings, Sister talked about them. In fact, she didn't talk about much else. She talked about flowers and invitation, cakes and table settings, makeup and wedding gifts, and more. One night, Mama overheard Sister talking on the phone with her friend, Lizzie. Of course, his sister, cousin Kara, was going to marry that insurance salesman from Grizzlyville, but they had a big fight, and now she's going to marry this fellow from the big bear city. Said Mama to herself. gossiping about Cousin Kara breaking up with the insurance salesman from Grizzlyville was definitely not a Cubs thing. Mama decided it was time to have a little talk with Sister. My dear, said Mama, when her sister was off the phone, I knew that being part of a wedding is a very grown up and exciting thing. But I also know that Cousin Kara would be disappointed to learn that you was gossiping about her after asking you to be her flower girl. Sister eye widened. I never thought about that, she said. I won't do that anymore, Mama. I don't want to hurt Cousin Kara's feelings. Mama smiled and gave her a hug. That's my little love bug, she said. In fact, Sister added, this wedding thing has been taking up an awful lot of time. I hadn't even finished my Valentines for the school party. That's really important. I think I'll go to work on them right now. After all, Valentine's Day is just a few days away. Sister Valentine's was soon ready, but there was one more thing to do before the wedding, a rehearsal to make sure things went smoothly. Cousin Kara, her fiancé, family and friends gathered at the chapel in the woods. Granny was in charge. At first, things didn't go too well. Some folks didn't know what to do, but Sister knew her role perfectly. It seemed that if a flower girl can do the march properly, said Granny, then you, usher, and bridesmaids ought to be able to do the same. Mama and Papa were very proud of their little flower girl. Valentine's Day came at last, and the school party was a great success. Sister Lovebug's signature was a big hit. Billy gave her a nice card with lots of hearts and flowers. Sister had a little crush on him, but she wasn't going to admit it, especially to him. Sister had such a wonderful time at the party, she lost track of time. Her love bug, said Brother, picking up his school thing. It's time to get going. Huh, Sister? Why, she was busy talking to Billy. There's this thing called a wedding, said Brother. The wedding, said Sister. I almost forgot. Come on, we got to get ready. A little later, the Bear family arrived at the chapel in the woods. They joined the other wedding guests going inside. Sister and the bridesmaid gathered at the door with Granny, guiding them to their place. Sister looked down at her new dress. It looked a little wrinkled, but before she had time to worry, the wedding march started. Playing, she found herself walking down the aisle. She tossed flowers from her basket as she marched. 1, 2, 3, toss. 1, 2, 3, toss, she whispered to herself. The bride followed and joined the groom. Preacher Brown began the service. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and health. Sister felt a lump in her throat, talking about feeling all warm and cozy inside. At last, the preacher said, I now pronounce you bear and wife. You may kiss the bride. A tear came to the eyes of the little Valentine love bug, but Brother Bear just sighed. Mush, he muttered. So that was the Berenstain Bears Valentine love bug from 2014. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video come out real soon.